All right, let's dive in. Today, we are unpacking a book that absolutely exploded onto the scene, selling over 30 million copies. And it did it all based on one single electrifying promise, that you, yes you, have the power to create your own reality. We're breaking down the core principles of Rhonda Byrne's massive bestseller, The Secret.
The book opens with this incredibly bold claim. It's not just offering helpful advice, It's positioning its message as the fundamental, hidden truth behind everything. It immediately makes you ask, okay, what is this secret? Now, the first thing The Secret argues is that this isn't some New Age fad. Not at all. Instead, it's presented as this piece of ancient wisdom, a golden thread of knowledge that's been passed down through the ages but only known to a select few. And this, right here, is the central hook. The book poses this incredible question. What if the most brilliant minds, the most influential figures we all study and admire, what if they didn't just succeed through talent and hard work alone? What if they had access to a powerful, universal law that we didn't?
And it doesn't just leave it at a theory. It claims this powerful historical lineage. I mean, look at this list. It connects its ideas to figures like Plato, Newton, and Einstein, basically arguing that this secret has been the hidden engine behind humanity's greatest achievements all along.
So, after all that buildup, all that mystery, what is this great secret that has supposedly shaped history? Well, the book gives it a name, and it's a concept you've probably heard of.
And there it is, the law of attraction. This is the core principle of the entire book. It's defined as a law that's as real and as impartial as gravity. The idea is simple, but it's huge. Your thoughts are magnetic, and they attract experiences of the exact same frequency right back into your life.
This is the key analogy the book uses to make it all make sense. Picture yourself as a living, breathing transmission tower. Every single thought you have is broadcasting a signal, a very specific frequency, out into the universe. The universe then just reflects that frequency back to you in the form of your life circumstances. So, if you want to change your life, you have to change your frequency. And how do you do that? By changing your thoughts.
Okay, so if our thoughts are constantly broadcasting these signals, how do we actually control that broadcast to shape our reality? The book says it all comes down to one simple feedback mechanism we all have.
The answer is actually pretty simple. Your emotions are your guide. The book argues you don't need to try and police all 60,000 thoughts you have in a day. That would be impossible. You just need to pay attention to how you feel. Good feelings mean you're on a positive frequency, attracting more good things. But those bad feelings, they're like a warning signal, telling you you're broadcasting a negative frequency.
Now, this brings us to one of the trickiest but most important parts of the law. The book claims the universe doesn't process negation. It doesn't hear the word don't. So when you're thinking, I don't want to be late, you're still putting all your focus and energy on the idea of being late. The universe just picks up on the subject of your focus, lateness, sickness, spilling, and delivers that right back to you.
Now, if you're starting to get worried about every stray negative thought that pops into your head, the book offers this reassurance. It makes the claim that positive thoughts are inherently far, far more powerful than negative ones. So you don't have to live in fear of one bad thought ruining your day. The goal is just to cultivate consistently good ones.
Okay, so the theory makes sense, but how do you actually apply it in your life? Well, the book boils it all down to a simple, actionable framework it calls the creative process.
To make this process feel simple, the book uses a great metaphor. The universe is your personal genie. It's this all-powerful servant that never judges or questions what you wish for. It just listens to your dominant thoughts and says, your wish is my command. Your only job is to get really clear about what you're commanding.
And here are the steps to do just that. Step 1 is to ask. This means you have to get crystal clear on what you actually want. No mixed signals. Step 2 is to believe. And this isn't just wishful thinking. It's about living with this unwavering faith that what you ask for is already yours. And finally, step 3 is to receive. This means you have to feel the joy of it now. That good feeling is what tunes your frequency to finally allow it into your life.
So to help you with that three-step process, especially with the believe and receive stages, which can be tricky, the book highlights 2 specific techniques to really amplify your results.
The first tool is gratitude. According to The Secret, gratitude is one of the most powerful frequency shifters there is.
When you are genuinely thankful for what you already have, you send out this powerful signal of abundance, which then attracts even more things to be grateful for. It totally moves your focus from what you lack to what you already possess.
The second tool is all about visualization, and it's one you've probably heard of, the vision board. The idea is to surround yourself with images of your goals. By looking at these pictures every day, you train your mind to visualize your success and, more importantly, to generate the feelings of already having achieved it. The book has that famous story about John Assaraf, who years later found himself moving into the exact house he'd pinned to his vision board, without even realizing it at first.
Ultimately, the entire premise of The Secret, everything we've talked about, it all hinges on your answer to this single, powerful question, one the book attributes to Albert Einstein. If you believe the universe is friendly, that it's on your side, conspiring in your favor, then according to the law of attraction, that is the reality you will create for yourself. So it leaves you to ponder. What do you believe?